physically fit, physically fit, woman physically fit.
This is the skin of a killer, Bill.
Get ready with me while I tell you about all the books that I read in March and then tell you if you should waste your time or not reading them. The first thing that you need to do is you need to put on primer. Imagine nails being dragged across a chalkboard. That is what is happening to your skin if you put on foundation before putting on any moisturizer or any primer. I already put on, and yes, it has that SPF stuff in it, so everyone can relax.
I can't look.
But primer is very, very important. The first book I read in March was The Hobbit. Did I get scammed? No, it's just a smaller version of the book. It still has all the information that a normal sized book would have. Like, do you see what I mean? Short Kings Rise Up. There's this little guy called Bilbo Baggins. Bilbo is like maybe like staying in our house and not venturing out into the wild because the wild is a dangerous place, but he gets kidnapped.
Yay! Kidnapping!
Okay, he doesn't get kidnapped, but he goes on this whirlwind adventure with a whole bunch of dwarves and like this wizard guy. They want to get back their treasure that like a dragon is protecting. What does Bilbo find on his adventure? He finds a ring, but not just any ring. A ring that makes the wearer completely invisible. I would recommend this book to people who like fantasy, who like adventure, who like intrigue. I mean, it's The Hobbit. It's not some underground book. It's been around for a very, very, very long time. And I just feel like it's a staple thing to read at least once in your lifetime. The next book that I want to talk about while I put on foundation is False Witness by Karen Slaughter. The only thing you need to know about this book is that it is literally a tribute to COVID. What do I mean by this? I mean that the author literally said in the about section that this book was supposed to really represent the times of COVID, you know, the stuff that we literally just experienced. So there's constant talk about readjusting masks, about hand washing, about putting on hand sanitizer, talking about Zoom calls. Where is my foundation brush? Where's my foundation brush? I can't find it anywhere. Excuse me. And like, you don't get a break. COVID is mentioned literally 100,000 billion times. Read it if you want a COVID tribute. Personally, I did not, so I hated the book. You don't really need to hear anything else about it because the story sounds interesting, but then COVID's thrown in there like 100 million times and you won't like it. Despite only girls watching my content, I have something for the middle-aged men. Middle-aged men, this is a present for you. You would love this book. Everyone else who's not a middle-aged man, you won't, but the middle-aged men will. It has a really cool concept. This place is just like essentially really haunted, but it was just so boring, so annoying. It's a no for me. But for the middle-aged men, trust. Concealer to hide the fact that I don't sleep, even though I want to. My body just won't let me sleep, and when I do, it's unpleasant. So, oh, I literally watched a video today that said never put your concealer straight on like a pimple or whatever. I just did that, so maybe don't copy me, but whatever. I did a makeup routine and I was called out for only using this thing, so I will be doing a little bit of drawing on my eyebrows. My eyebrows are like naturally really like thick, which I don't really like. I get them like waxed off, but there are some little hairs. I don't know if you can see, there are some little hairs that are starting to grow and it's really, I can't believe I didn't notice that. Look, happy? This book is called Gone Girl. I don't really know why I expected to like this book when I've literally seen the movie and I didn't like the movie. Now, if a movie has been adapted from a book, if you don't like the movie before you've even read the book, I would say that's a pretty bad sign. I didn't like it. I didn't like when the woman falsely accused that man of, you know, assaulting her. I don't know, I just thought it was really boring. It's also a no from me. Next, we're going to use some setting powder. Gallows Hill. I actually really enjoyed this book. This is another sort of haunted house situation, except this is done pretty well. There were definitely some chapters which I hated, which I didn't like, which I thought was so boring. But for the most part, and considering everything that I've read this month, this was the best book that I've read this month. I like that it did like a full circle moment. I like when books mention something at the start and then have it re-mentioned or tied into the story again at the end, so then it's not just like we're getting thrown information that doesn't mean anything. It's also written in third person, so I know a lot of people don't really like third person, but personally for me, I prefer third person because a lot of the times first person narrators are so infuriatingly idiotic and I don't like pretending to be an infuriatingly idiotic person. Alright. Sorry, I still don't know how to do makeup. I have to have my little notes because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, next we have bronzer. I'm going to try this, but I'm really scared. I'm really scared to try this. I'll just put a little bit on. Look, that's more than enough. Why is putting this on literally so violent? Where I usually put this stuff is right under where my acne scars end. You see? Like, see, it looks like I got some cheekbones there. No, that's just where my acne scars end. That was too much. This is literally so violent, putting this on your face. Like, wow. Put it on my mammoth forehead. Is that offensive? Big foreheads unite. Wondrous. This book, not for me. I think there were just too many people involved. Books are never scary if there are too many people because we find safety in numbers. If it had just been like her by herself, I think it would have been better. If it had been third person, it would have been better. There is sort of like a full circle moment, which I like, but it was also painfully predictable. And I don't like painfully predictable things. Look at that. It just fell over and did that. That's so bad. Some setting spray. It always scares me putting it on my face. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm so jumpy lately. Like, anytime I hear a noise, I'm sort of like... And it's so bad because I was sitting by myself and then out of the corner of my eye, I swear like a bug tried to fly in it and I was sort of like... And so many people turned to look at me because I'm pretty sure they thought that I was... I don't know. Probably that I was seeing things, which I was not. Maybe I was because I didn't actually see any bug, but like I could have sworn that there was a bug heading straight from my eyeball. Okay. The Family Upstairs. I have tried to read this book twice. Twice I have tried to read this book and I still haven't been able to get past it because there is just something about it that is just not for me. The only good thing about this book is the fact that it has big writing. That's literally the only thing. I just didn't like it. It was dual point of view and it was done really poorly in my opinion. So why do I look so scary? Alright, onto eyeliner. I also hated this book. Like, Alaska was such an interesting person. I just wish that the main character was not this boring boy. He was so boring. I hated him. I only liked Alaska. And then she had to die. Like, I wish it was switched. Like, I wish that the boring boy died and Alaska was like still alive. Like, that's what I wished happened, but that's not how the cookie crumbled. I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like this. Don't read it. It's bad. In school, there used to be this one guy that my teachers would always play and he always spoke really fast, which I didn't mind. I like when people talk fast, but everyone would always complain that he literally spoke 1,000,000 miles per hour.
Me, John Green. Let's start with that double cheeseburger.
And he is the author of that book. I did not know that. Also, you hear that new background noise now? That is because it's a grade A rainstorm. Yeah, don't mind that. It's what happens when you live on the bottom floor of the house. Anyone who's having a shower above you is so annoying. I think I'm gonna put some actually more like bronzer on my little cheekbones. Just to like really make me look like Bella Hadid. I'm kidding. Okay, now we're gonna put on this mascara. I think this is literally so hilarious because it's called Scandalize. Do you get that? Scandalize, you know? Scandal eyes, but Scandalize. I also hate putting on mascara because it literally gets all over my eyelids and I despise that immensely, but we're gonna hope that it doesn't happen. Oh, never mind. I literally already just did. See, I kind of want to get like those eyelash extensions, but also I've heard people say that once you get eyelash extensions, you can like never go back because you will never feel pretty without them ever again. And also like I don't think that that's good for my mental health. So I think I need to pass on that. Ew, this looks so bad. This looks so bad. I use this for everything. If you can't already tell, wipe half of it off because like I don't like when it goes everywhere on my skin. Also, there's literally something about being dressed like a bum but having like nice makeup that just I adore. Like, look at me. Look at my outfit. I'm dressed like a bum, but also those pants were so expensive. While I'm putting on my blush, I wanted to talk about the Thursday Murder Club I was so disappointed because it started off strong and I really was enjoying it, but then it just sort of like crashed the wall for me and I did not enjoy it at all. Like, I just thought this book had like literally so much potential, but it dragged on. It was boring. Like, so many of the books, they were just like boring. And like, this is coming from someone who reads a lot of classics. I can sort of tell when a book is boring or not, you know what I'm saying? You can't just be boring, okay? You can't just drag the same thing out over and over. You need to have some spice. Not that kind of spice, but just something to make it interesting. Now, the last book that I want to talk about was called Love, Pamela by Pamela Anderson. It is an autobiography, and I will never ever speak badly about someone's autobiography, I don't think, just because it's very vulnerable to put your story out there. But I really enjoyed hers. I feel like she did get trapped in this image, this one specific image, and once you are trapped in a box of what people think about you, it's very, very hard to sort of break away from that. She got a very powerful story. I also loved that she had her poems in it. Like, I thought that was really beautiful, because I actually really do quite like poems, and I feel like so many people like just judge her. Yes. Reviewing that list again, the best autobiography I read was obviously Love, Pamela. That was the only autobiography that I read this month, but I really did enjoy it. But the best like fictional book that I read was definitely Gallows Hill. The rest of them just didn't do it for me, and that's kind of annoying, like when you literally read so many books and then all of them you just don't like. Okay, I'm almost done with my makeup. My blush looks way more pigmented on camera than it is in real life. So this month I think I'm gonna do lots more reading challenges. I want to do like reading audiobooks for a week, and then reading classics for a week, and then reading only like specific color books, so like maybe only reading blue books for a week. I want to do that, so then next month then I can talk about the books that I read in this month, which is April. I don't know why I have like pimples underneath my, I don't know what that is doing. I hope you guys enjoyed. Also, thank you. I think I have like 99 subscribers right now. I am so beyond grateful. Thank you. You don't even understand. The lip gloss. I didn't even do the lip gloss. Just hang on a second before we finish up here. Okay, so this is like literally my favorite lip gloss ever. It's the Too Faced lip injection one. It smells so delicious and it's so glossy, and I really enjoy this one. And then I usually use like this. Oh shit. I use this to like sort of put my lips for, so there's a little bit of like color. So I do that. Yes, but this is like my favorite lip gloss I've ever used. It's literally got a pink tinge because I always do this. Well, I don't always do this. I try to like do this for special occasions, but then it sort of dawned on me, stop keeping things just for special occasions, because you don't know if you're literally going to not be able to do things tomorrow. Like, what if someone broke into my house and stole all this? Well, I'm going to be wishing that I had used it when I had it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same as like candles. People saying that they're only like light candles for special occasions. Light a candle now. Now can be the special occasion. That is my parting message that I want to leave you guys with. All right. Let me show you my makeup. Okay. This is what my makeup is looking like. I really like it, actually. I don't know, I like getting ready. I like doing my little glam looks. I only do them every once in a while. Why does it look like I have a moustache? That's so bad. Okay.